Over 150 stevedores staged a protest today at the Port of Belize Limited. They say that the reason for the protest is because they've learned that raw sugar will be moved through the Big Creek port instead of through the Port of Belize Limited. CW's president, Evan Mose-Hyde, explains the issue.
The very unpleasant reality that it appears that Santander and ASR, based on the Santander press conference last week, which only confirms hearsay and rumors that our members have been getting over the past 8 to 9 months, that we are going to have this multinational romance and consolidation where ASR puts its raw sugar through the Big Creek port, bypassing the Belize port, has severe financial implications for our members.
Hyde says that this decision will see 40 of 150 stevedores lose their jobs, and the next 110 will also see a reduction in their annual salaries by as much as 40%. Hyde told the media today that this may have an economic impact of $2 million, and the underprivileged families stand to lose the most.
We are looking at about almost a third of our stevedores will be unemployed because at least 40 of them only work sugar, raw sugar export. Whenever that is closed down, they are effectively out of a job. The other stevedores will be impacted significantly as well, to the tune of about 40% of their annual earnings. The number that we are putting out to the nation is about $2 million worth of earnings will be lost from our members per annum out of this community, out of Belize City, and in many instances out of the south side of Belize City, an area that can least afford that kind of economic impact. It will have a devastating impact on our members' financial stability. They want their fears remedied, their uncertainties cleared up, and they want an agreement that gives them some sense of comfort if it is that they are going to be made redundant. Those are the issues why they are standing up today, or technically speaking, standing down.
CW President Hyde laments that the Port of Belize hasn't engaged the stevedores on this issue and that they haven't tried to increase competitiveness to avoid these projected losses.
We have been engaging with no less than the highest office in the land, the Prime Minister, to have an intervention. Firstly, to see what can be done to get PBL to do what any normal corporation would do, that is compete. Compete for its own shareholders, but compete for its workforce. And in our view, they have failed to do that. The government has indicated that they are unable to compel PBL to do that. The big thing here is that even as we speak, even the Prime Minister is unable to say definitively when exactly ASR is going to stop. All indications are this is going to be the last season that they will export raw sugar out here. And very reliable information is that the number of boats that will come here will be halved. So this is going to be a disaster any way you look at it, a financial disaster.
Today, however, CEO of Port of Belize Limited, Arturo Vasquez, says that the raw sugar will continue to be moved through the Port of Belize. Vasquez points out, however, that the sugar companies are exploring more low-cost ways to export its sugar.
Exporting of raw sugar will not stop coming through the Port of Belize. My understanding is that BSI was doing a test run last year, but from my understanding, I think we have a ship starting in about a couple of weeks. My understanding is that it will continue as it has been going, but it has to be understood that BSI is looking, of course, at seeing how they can do these loading of these ships in a more economical way. I'm sure you all will understand that any corporation will be looking at trying to better their operations. In 2017, Belize lost the preferential prices on sugar. Ever since then, BSI has to be as competitive as anybody else. Who is familiar with the loading of the ship of the sugar will know that it's a very antiquated system. It takes forever to be loaded. BSI over the years have been trying to work with us and the stevedores and seeing how we can perhaps better that loading, which has come to a point where it's no longer sustainable to do.
For the first time, the other staff members of the Port of Belize also joined the Stevedores today in protest. Those employees represent mechanic, warehouse operations, and office staff. They say that the renegotiation of the CBA has stalled and the Port of Belize has not been forthcoming on the matter.
We are without a CBA from 2004. That's about 16 years. And we have engaged management over and over asking them to have a sit down with us to make the new CBA a reality. And so the CBA covers our employment, our salary, our mileage, uniforms, working environment. So that's what we're asking for management to engage us on.
Now, what has the quality of work been like for you guys without that CBA?
It's a bit rough because we have some guys who came on about 8 years ago, and in our CBA they have a thing called vacation grant. And under our union agreement, anybody who is employed for 5 years and more get a vacation grant. And that has been denied those members who came on 8 years ago. To me, it should never reach this stage because I believe just communication. If I am sending you my CBA for you to look on for over a year, then why is it that you as my manager can't come back and say, yes, we received your CBA, let's have a sit down and chat about it.
Now, the Stevedores are, just now you heard them, they're prepared to go the distance with this. What is it like for you guys? Are you guys prepared to stay out there?
It seems that way now. Because the thing is who feel the pains know what the result will be.
So what happens next? Will the Stevedores be able to keep up this protest?
This is not a flirtation. This is not a one-night stand or a one-day stand. No, we are standing to get definitive resolutions. And we are not going to pack our bags until that has been achieved.
In a world where big money decisions like this are getting made, how does a small man fight it?
Like this.
Yes, sir.
Like this. Like this.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Andrea Polanco.